My name is Bear Grylls. I've climbed Mount Everest and swam in the deepest parts of the Indian Ocean, but today I'll be facing perhaps my hardest challenge yet: surviving a Tinsley night float shift at UAB Hospital. This architectural behemoth is home to some of the fiercest and most dangerous creatures ever encountered by medical students, including the deadly, venomous scrub nurses. They don't typically appear at night, but I'll have to be extra careful so that I don't accidentally wander into one of their nests.
In any survival situation, your first three priorities need to be shelter, water, and food. The main causes of death in this unforgiving environment are starvation, dehydration, and being asked the mechanism of an antibiotic. We need to ask fast if we're going to find shelter and a bunker for the night.
Although this elevator is here, you won't always have such luxuries if you're stranded in the hospital. So, while the crew takes the elevator up to a strong vantage point away from any potential predators, I'll be taking the stairs, alone.
The temperature swings in these stairwells can be absolutely brutal. It can go from over 80 degrees in the stairs to sub 60 in the OR. A medical student caught in here without the proper Patagonia jacket attire could find themselves very uncomfortable. These stairwells are no joke either. Though it's said that some of the native attendings can scale these bad boys upwards of 10 times a day. Absolutely stunning.
In a stroke of immense luck, our crew has found an empty call room where we'll be able to set up camp for the night. While this is good fortune for us, you must be careful when entering any call room that appears to be empty, as it could in fact be inhabited by a sleeping surgical resident. These vile creatures are known to be particularly fond of making a meal out of lost medical students who stumble into their lair.
Now that we've solidified our shelter, we need to consider securing food and water for the evening. Come here. Look, this is absolutely incredible. This is a chair. Residents often sit in these for upwards of minutes at a time. It looks as if one has eaten their supper here, judging by these crumbs. And by the smell of the seat, it wasn't long ago. Now, residents are notoriously messy eaters, which means, incredible, graham crackers. These things are packed with protein. Residents will often subside on these and nothing else for days at a time, while they power through meaningless paperwork, all for less than minimum wage. Now, the last thing we need to secure for the night is water. In the event that you can't find a water fountain, there are more extreme measures you can take to ensure your survival. It's not a pleasant experience, but sometimes it's a necessary one. I'm going to walk you through it. Now, this is a Foley, typically seen traveling down a catheter and into a bag. But in a survival situation, it can be used much in the reverse manner. It's extreme, but by recycling my body's own water, I can stave off dehydration just a moment longer. It's simple, really. It doesn't taste very good, but in survival situations, this extreme measure can be the difference between life and death. Now it's time for me and the crew to get a little bit of shut-eye. Hope the day to break before we make our way back to civilization.
And just like that, the sun rises, and we have officially survived our night in this hellish landscape. If you're ever unfortunate enough to find yourself in the same situation, remember the keys that we showed you, and you just might stand a chance. Bear Grylls, over and out.
we're sure this is ginger ale, right? This is not like carbonated urine. I'm just checking.